Stop the jibber jabber. Don't be babbling like a fool. Say what you got to say. That's all. Then shut your dang pie hole.
Well, hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. It is Monday morning, and man, is my head hurting. Last night's Sunday Night Live was a hell of a show, and you guys gave me a lot of presents, if you know what I'm talking about. A lot to think about, too, that's going on. I woke up probably 3 times in the middle of the night thinking about things that are just going wonky in the middle of the night. Seemed like the world was spinning a little faster than usual. Anyways, I've got Tylenol, coffee, and I'm ready to talk to you about what is going on as I travel through 0 dark 30. That's what time it is, folks. It is on. SHTF is on. I kind of want to talk about things as they stand. Things as they stand. There's a movie coming out called Civil War. And we touched on movies a little bit last night. Entertainment, propaganda. Propaganda. That's how you control people right now. Long before television and that soft glow of the boob tube in the corner of the living room, there was music, there was movies, there was opera, there was entertainment before television, folks, and it was used to influence people. For example, even an artist like Mozart, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, even his story of Figaro was banned because it was thought it would incite violence amongst the people. That's right, something as simple as Figaro, story of a marriage. It was too political. Here we are, folks. You want to talk about politics? It's everywhere. And it is loud. So a movie, Civil War, coming out, showing people bunkered in with sandbags around the torch area of the Statue of Liberty. That's one hell of a defensive position to hold, I tell you. Anyways, the concern is that movie is going to have predictive programming in it. In other words, it's going to show Americans what's going to happen. Of course it is. How can it not? Right now, is it that those things are already going to happen, so they made the movie about it? Or are they making the movie to show people what it is they need to do? Or is it a little bit of both? I'm going to go with it's a little bit of both. You know, Rambo, First Blood, the original Rambo movie, was written years and years ago. There was no civil war in that. Right? There was no partisan division in the country. There's nothing political really about that movie that could compare to today. But it was about a Vietnam vet, this John Rambo character, who didn't like the way he was being treated and what had happened to him and others, and how they were traumatized and used and discarded, etc. And that was a sentiment from back in the day. Like the sentiment today, in today's world, is so much stronger. So much stronger. Where everything is politicized. Everything is politicized now today. You know, what if we got out there? There's an attorney in Arizona who was representing his clients in an election fraud lawsuit. Now, an attorney doesn't get to decide what his clients believe. Right? He's supposed to represent them in the court. This guy has probation now, not from a jail sentence. Right? He didn't commit a crime, but as an attorney, he's been put on probation for representing someone else in their lawsuit. How does that make a lick of sense in a country that says, right, you have a right to legal representation in courts? At the very heart of our legal system, you can see the corruption just boiling over. Right? In the election system itself, the President of the United States, his cabinet, attorneys, aides, are being tried in court for crimes in Fulton County, Georgia. Being tried for crimes. In fact, Letitia James in New York City, the Attorney General there for New York, the state of, said that Judge Ergadon, or whatever the heck his name is, already had Trump guilty before the start. She even said those words. I mean, you couldn't do a better job of declaring political persecution. This country is in big trouble, folks. We're in peril. It has hit the fan. It is coming big time. It is. Are you awake? Are you taking this seriously? Because it is serious. It is not a joke. As much as I would like it to be. I would like it to be a bad dream. But it isn't. It isn't. Back in 2020, folks, we heard about this COVID thing. And the media started to play it up and play it up and play it up and try and scare us. And finally they did it. They turned the dogs loose on us. They locked America and the world down. They pretended like it was all over if we didn't do exactly what they said. But we had a choice then and we have a choice now. Are you prepared? It's going to happen, and when it does, everyone will know it. We're not there yet. It's still a ways off, but expect to see more signs, more evidence. Right? Lawyers getting in trouble for representing people. Folks, political candidates being removed from office before they've even had an election. That's what they're doing with Trump. They're trying to remove him from office even before the election. We've had people slam into the White House fence, security. Last night we had somebody slam into one of the presidents, this would be Biden, one of his motorcades in Wilmington, Delaware. He slammed into one of the vehicles that had blocked off the road. It's getting wild and crazy out there. Trump is in Nevada, Reno, Nevada. Yesterday, and Americans lined up for miles. They filled the auditorium. They filled the civic center. They filled the place, the meeting, the campaign, the pardon me. They filled it. They filled the roof, right? Shouted, raise the roof. It's incredible how much people want him and couldn't give a shit about Biden. But the media in D.C. wants him. You see who is really fighting this now? It is America versus the elites. It's you and me, us, the people, versus These radical, sick elites. They control the media. They are the banks. They are major corporations. They are the only ones who want Joe Biden. Yes, there are American Democrats who will vote. And there are a lot of them, but not nearly as many as they would have you believe. And they are not as excited about Joe Biden and the Democrats as they would have you believe. They just have you, or at least their supporters in America. They hate Trump. That is it. They're pushing everyone to fight. They're pushing us all to fight, to hate each other. Are you prepared? Let's see what happens next, huh? It's the week before Christmas. And all through the night, people were heading to work in a dazed and scared fright. Anyways, chance favors the prepared mind. Is yours.
The darkness surrounds us. It's time to light up the night. It's time for Zero Dark 30 with John.